Okay, good morning, everyone. Some thoughts on Parshas Vayishlach. Yaakov Avinu says, "Im yavoy Esav el hamachaneh ha'achas v'hikahu v'haya hamachaneh haneshar lefleita." If Esav comes to one camp and smites it, then the other camp that remains will be saved. That implies Yaakov was sure it would be saved. How is he so sure it would be saved? Maybe Esav will kill one camp and then go kill the other. How is Yaakov so sure that it would be saved? This is a Dvar Torah from the grandfather of the Vilna Gaon, Rav Moshe Kramer. It's brought in the Rosh Yosef on Masechta Sotah Daf Yud Gimel, quoted in the Sefer Penine Kedem. He explains, Rivka said, "Lama eshkal shnechem b'yom echad." Why should I lose both of you in one day? Which was a prophecy they would both die in one day. Which means that if Yaakov would be killed by Esav in the first camp, then Esav would also die that day. But the other camp is one day away. So that means by the time Esav would try to get there, he would be done already. So the way Yaakov knew for sure, the way Esav knew for certain that the other camp would survive is because since there was a prophecy, so if camp 1, if Yaakov goes, Esav's going down. And then Esav doesn't have more than one day to get to the other camp, but the other camp was a day away. So by that time they would be able to escape. That is the chap of Rav Moshe Kramer, the grandfather of the Vilna Gaon. And then we have an amazing idea from Rav David Lida. V'amarta la'avdecha liYaakov mincha hishlucha. So literally it means that the Malachim were instructed, say that this gift was from your servant Yaakov. It's a mincha being sent to you. Literally, but it says li'avdecha liYaakov, to Yaakov. We read it from Yaakov. V'amarta le'avdecha liYaakov, meaning Esav asks, who does it belong to? And who is it going to? So the answer is, it belongs to le'avdecha liYaakov, and it's going to you. But it could also be read, le'avdecha liYaakov mincha hishlucha. It's a gift being given to Yaakov. No, it's not. It's a gift being given to Esav. The Medrash tells us all of the gifts that Yaakov sent to Esav, the nations of the world are going to return to us b'yimos HaMashiach. Like the pasuk says, Malchei, Sarshish, V'iyim, Mincha, Yashivu. So, says Rav David Lida, the pasuk could be read, V'amarta, say the truth, Le'avdecha liYaakov, Mincha hishlucha. To Yaakov Avinu it's a gift. Obviously, Esav asked two questions. Who does it belong to? Where is it going? So he answered, Al Rishon, Ve'al Achron, Achron. Who does it belong to? Yaakov. Where is it going? To Esav. But it could also be read, Le'avdecha liYaakov mincha hishlucha. This is a gift being given to Yaakov Avinu. As the Medrash says, La'asad Lavai, all the gifts are going to return back to Yaakov Avinu. And then we have this amazing idea that it says Yaakov. That idea is from Rav David Lida. Now let me share with you something from Maharam Levi, the Mal Mechaber Sefer Likutei Shoshanim. It says, in the 11 children, V'yasachad asar yiladav, and the 11 children. Where's Dinah? They put her in a box, and they locked the box so Esav shouldn't look at her. How do you know Dinah was in a box? Maybe Zvulun was in a box. Why are we putting Dinah in the box? Why not Zevulun? Why not Gad? Mehechi teisi it's Dinah. What clue is there that it's Dinah? So the Maharam Levi says in Likutei Shoshanim, the Gemara says, why is the Beis HaMikdash built in the Chelek of Binyamin? Because he's the only one who didn't bow down to Esav. Well, wait a second. But if Zevulun was in the box, then he also didn't bow down to Esav. or if Naphtali is in the box, he didn't bow down. No, must be Dinah was in the box. Because if any of the other Shvatim would be in the box, then the Beis Hamikdash should have been built in their Chelek also, not only Binyamin. So that's the Raya. Here's another idea from Rav Tevli Brisker. Shalchini kiyala hashachar, send me because the morning star has come, the morning has come. Rashi brings, the Malach said, Chazal say, it has never yet been my time to sing Shira until today. Let me go. Why not? What was the scheduling? How is it that whoever did this Malach scheduling, it fell out that his time to sing Shira was just the moment that Yaakov pinned him down. Oh, by the way, now's when I have to say Shira. Yeah, that's like the oldest excuse in the hill. Like, look over there, there's a distraction. Come on. That's the oldest trick in the book. I have to go now, it's my time to sing Shira. Why now? All of a sudden now? So the Shlach HaKadosh says, there are 4 groups of malachim. Keneged Kohanim, Leviim, Yisraelim, and Akum. And the malachim only sing Shira from Neitz HaChama until midday, 6 hours. Each group only sings Shira 2 hours. 2 hours for malachim that correspond to Kohanim, 2 malachim correspond to Leviim, 2 malachim that correspond to Yisraelim. So it comes out that the malachim that correspond to Akum never have a chance to sing Shira. But that day the sun shone 2 hours early, Rashi says, on the pasuk, Vayizrach lo hashamesh, the sun shone 2 hours early, 2 hours extra. So that means there are 2 extra hours in that day. So finally, this poor malach who's Keneged Esav, it's his only day in history to sing Shira. His only day in history to sing Shira, because it's the one day in history in existence that has extra 2 hours for him to sing Shira. Okay, one more idea. Im lavan garti v'taryag mitzvah shamarti. The Sefer, the Goin Rav Pinchas ben Rav Filta, the author of Bris Shalom, Yaakov sends a message. Im lavan garti v'taryag mitzvah shamarti. What was the message? The Bris Shalom says, based on the Yushalmi and Tainus, Levi Bar Sisi, an army was coming. He took a Sefer Torah and he said, if I was mavato 1 word of the Torah, then let this army come upon me. Otherwise they should leave. And the Gayasos, the army, left. This is what Yaakov is saying. Im lavan garti v'taryag mitzvah shamarti. I kept all 613. There's not one mitzvah that I did not observe. Therefore, I am going to defeat Esav. So we just did 5 astounding Divrei Torah on Parshas Vayishlach. Number 1, from the grandfather of the Vilna Gaon, Yaakov knew that if Esav kills him, the other camp would escape. Because since they were more than 1 day away, and there was a nevuah, Lama Eshkal Gam Shnechem B'Yom Echad, so Yaakov knew if he goes down, then Esav's going down that day, and they would not, and the other group would be able to escape. And then we did the idea that since Chazal tell us that La'asad Lavoi, all the gifts that Yaakov Avinu gave to Esav are coming back to him, says Rav David Lida, that's the deeper meaning of Yamarta La'avdecha Li Yaakov Mincha Hishlucha. In reality, it's actually a gift for Yaakov. And then we did the idea of Maram Levi, Likutei Shoshanim, that how do Chazal know Dino was in the box, maybe someone else was in the box? Because since the Gemara says that the Beis Hamikdash was built in the Chelek of Binyamin, because he didn't bow down, then if any other brother was in the box, then they also didn't bow down. It must be, they weren't in the box, it must have been Dina. And then we brought the idea of the Rav Teveli Brisker, that this malach was his only time to sing Shira, because normally the malachim that correspond to the Akum have no time to sing Shira. They're only 6 hours a day to sing Shira. But on this day the sun shone 2 hours extra, so therefore there were an additional 2 hours. And then the Bris Shalom says Yaakov Kavana of Im Taryag Mitzvah Shamarti is based on the Yushalmi. In Tainus, where Levi Bar Sisi says, you see the Sefer Torah, if I was Mekayim everything in the Sefer Torah, the Gayasa should go away. That's what Yaakov Avinu was saying in Lavan Garti. I was Mekayim Mol 6:13. Esav should not have any effect on me. Okay, Rabbi Isai, have a great day tonight. Don't miss the shir at 8:30. It's off the charts material. Parshas Vayishlach, the nevuah of Yaakov Avinu about the Holocaust and how Yaakov Avinu saved the Jews of Eretz Yisrael in the times of the Holocaust. Have a great day.